Noob-Noob. Oh, watch me. I'm going to turn into a superhero. No. Shazbot.
Isn't it Shazam though? That's not what the fuck's a Shazbot?
You are fake news.
I am the man they know as Z. This is OrkU, and that was Noob-Noob being confused as usual.
Seriously, is that like a sex thing?
A Shazbot?
Yeah, like a special vibrator.
Just look at yourself. Nobody loves you because of how you look.
Your stores are full of ugly customers.
I feel ugly just talking to you.
Vile.
Gross.
Icky.
Putrid.
Gunky.
Bad looking. Ugly.
Your stores are full of ugly customers. Definitely a thing.
But not. Never mind.
And then there's Scott Keebler.
Welcome. How you doing today?
Shazbot. Yes. So what is on the docket there today, Noob-Noob?
Yeah, well, we're talking about Shazbots. I think that's a Robin Williams thing. I don't know how long I can keep this voice up, but I'll keep trying. Tink, tink.
All right, that hurts. We're talking about Shazam. That, for sure.
He's punctuating.
Yes, punctuating all my thoughts and words. So Shazam, that was a movie that came out recently. Some DC more full...
You finally got it there.
I don't... Oh, is that thunder?
That's
Thunder!
our fabulous
Okay.
thunder clip for today.
Just sounds like static and disappointment.
It is.
I lost my train of thought. DC streaming, we're going to talk about that for the 37th time. The Rock has some messages on Instagram that maybe tie into DC stuff. Who knows? Then Game of Thrones is going to be on in just a couple days. Actually, wait, no, it's going to be on after this releases. I don't know. Game of Thrones is awesome, and there's hidden thrones around the world, and I didn't find one, so I'm a disappointment.
None of your information helps me.
None of it.
No.
And that's it?
Yeah, is that it, right? No?
That's all that's on the docket?
I guess. I probably forgot something. I don't know. I wrote stuff down, but I'm not looking at it.
News!
Friends, I have good news for you today.
So yeah, Game of Thrones is coming back on for its final season, and HBO put a scavenger hunt around the world with 6 hidden Iron Thrones for people to find. And just recently, they found the last one, which was in New York City.
Well, I wasn't even looking, so I must have missed something.
I also forgot to look.
Major look.
Yeah, I didn't look.
Yeah.
Does no one like Game of Thrones on here? I don't understand.
No, Game of Thrones is fine. There's,
I don't know.
what, 6 episodes left?
I'm one of those people that brags I've never seen one episode.
I hate you.
I continue to be
that's
one of those
because
people
you
that hasn't seen one episode.
Don't like the naked females and naked males and
Nah, I have
dragons?
plenty of naked females and naked males and dragons. I just get it off of Pornhub.
Speaking of which, they're releasing a Game of Bones.
I know. I've seen it. It's awesome.
What?
There's a Game of Bones 2.
Yes. And
Have you seen that one?
And the Game of Bones video game.
I can't tell
Is
if
there
you're
a Game
being
of
serious
Thrones?
or not.
Press
No,
X,
there
press
really
X,
is.
Press
Oh,
X,
okay.
press X, press X, press X, press X.
Why am I pressing X?
In Game of Bones video game?
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a okay. I get it now.
The video game is fake.
Unacceptable!
Yeah, but everyone found the six thrones. They were in New York. One was in Spain. British
weren't just
Columbia.
I call shenanigans on the last throne.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know how, it was just sitting in the middle of New York.
So it's tucked away inside some like old abandoned Air Force base or some shit like that in the middle of a park. And they showed the hints for where it was, and a girl who lived close by ran there and got there right away. She said the gate was locked, so she crawled through a hole in the fence.
What?
Where there were 2 guards waiting for her.
That sounds like trespassing.
And did like a, what is your quest and what throne do you seek thing.
What?
And took her there. So
They took her to it?
So you're telling me that the gates are locked, They've just released it, but the two guys are just already staying there in costume, waiting, even though the gates are locked. So they lock these guys in this fucking gate, or like something doesn't seem right here.
Shenanigans.
Just had those guys just sitting there all night long.
Forever.
You guys just stay here and wait. When are you releasing this? Well, don't worry about that. There's a couple of candy bars in this backpack here and some water. You guys will be fine. Just
What they should have had is, as a prize, because they have limited edition Game of Thrones Oreos.
I heard, yes.
that was the prize.
Secured myself like 4
Some
boxes
Oreos.
of them bitches.
There's also limited edition Game of Thrones Mountain Dew.
My God,
Wait,
you're
what?
gonna be
Is it
fatter
a
than
new
me soon.
Is it a new flavor?
It says a can has no name.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait till you're fatter than me.
I can wait.
I would kill myself if I ever got that big. Never again. I would drink the most X-Lax and
More-
just sit on the toilet.
How are you supposed
Pushing
to
for the pushing, baby?
How are you supposed to find these things?
They apparently they tweet out hints. So like this was their tweet of the hints. A new city flying a starry banner seeks protection from a great war. And then I guess you're just supposed to know where the fuck this is.
I don't know. I still don't know where it is.
If you, probably, if
I think
you-
already found
It's
them.
one of those things. If you've been there, you know it, because like that's how that last girl found the last throne. She recognized the walls in the room that it was in.
So she's been clearly trespassing before.
Trespassed there before. No, I mean, I guess it's an area because a lot of people did recognize it. She just got there really quickly, but apparently, like it's normally an open attraction inside this park. People can go through, and
So they didn't hide any in Area 51.
unfortunately not. Which would have been awesome because everyone that tried to get there would have been shot on sight.
Shot on sight, picked up by black vans.
What are you here for? I'm here for a throne. Not anymore.
Bury your body in the desert.
Don't even have to. Just leave it out for the coyotes.
Of throne bones.
I was gonna say, speaking of Game of Thrones, hold on, I'm googling this right now. One of the people from Game of Thrones.
Game of Throne bones.
Throne bone.
Game of Throne bones. Game of Throne bones. Game of Throne bones.
Jesus Christ.
What are
I'm
you doing?
stalling for you to say something
Yes.
instead of staring off
Jorah
into space.
from Game of Thrones was cast as Bruce Wayne for DC's streaming service Titans Season 2.
Wait, Dora the Explorer?
No.
They did
Jorah.
cast Dora the
Yes.
Explorer.
Jorah.
Jorah.
Yeah, his real name is Ian Glenn, that lovable British boy.
He's under the bear flag or something like that? Or
Oh,
his,
so
his dad was the bear? Something like
Titans will actually show Batman in the future episodes.
Old Man Bruce.
that? It would appear so.
Old Man Bruce.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's going to be Batman, but he's going to be Old Man Bruce.
They do.
This sounds like the next story.
Are we going to the next story?
It is. Well, it's
Trying
like
to
a
transition.
it's like a review.
Nice
that was a transition.
nice
was it not?
transition.
Yeah,
Fuck
thank
nut.
you. Wow. That's wait, hold on. Can I congratulate myself real quick? I gotta
Nope.
No? Okay.
I do like the theme to this. It's
Oh, is
pretty
that
dope.
Titans theme is
Yeah.
pretty tight.
It's pretty dope. Oh. The intros are really short too,
Yeah.
which is also cool.
So you started watching this then?
I finished it.
Oh, you went ahead and marathoned it.
Oh, yes, I did. And yes, sir, your review is pretty dead on. I must make an apology to DC because I was ripping the cost, like when the posters came out and all that stuff, and I was like, this just looks crap.
I mean, we all did. When the original costume designs, original posters, we hated them. Completely
They make
hated them.
sense for the show, though.
Well, it's also they're also not looking all CGI animated the whole time. Like
Correct.
we hated Stargirl's or not Stargirl's
Starfire.
Starfire's look, but that's when she was animated. With
But when you
like,
find out
extra
that she's a
hair
Russian
and
hooker,
blonde
Okay, I was
makes
gonna say,
sense.
wasn't her costume looking like she was a hooker?
she's basically a
Yeah,
Russian
But
hooker.
she is a hooker.
She was
pretty
like
much.
undercover for some time,
doing her thing,
Yeah, looking for people. I don't wanna
laying
spoil
stuff
anything.
down.
Yeah, laying the groundwork if you must.
There are two fascinating spoiler things I wanted to mention. They don't like super spoil it, but they kind of do. I found the concept of two Robins existing at the same time. I've never seen that on any show.
No,
ever.
that is new. Usually it's one Robin, then the next, and then the next.
And then yeah,
This is like the intro to Nightwing, which is very cool. But just like a Robin crossover, so you're actually seeing the Robin crossover.
Was there Robin on Robin action?
Oh, there is
There
Robin
is
on
Robin
Do they
Robin
Robin
action.
each other? Do they like fight?
They
Because
rock
they're,
and
like,
Robin.
Who's
Rockin'
the best
Robins.
Robin?
And then they drop those Robin's
Rockin'
blue.
Robin.
What do they call that? Robin's blue egg. What
Yes, they drop Robin's blue eggs for your Robin blue glasses.
Do the
Yeah.
Robins suit up together?
What do you mean? In
Like,
the
do they
same
go
suit?
on missions together?
they
I don't
wear-
know.
To like try to put on the same suit and get
At
caught.
the same time?
Like they
You put on
they
one
each
leg
a
up, put on the other?
Yeah, and they fight that way. It's like three-legged barrel races, but that's how they fight. Is they tie the one leg together.
Spoiler alert: they win the three-legged
They
race.
win the three-legged race.
Is one Robin more attractive than the other?
I think that depends on your flavor of Robin.
Yeah, there's different flavors of Robin. Multiple Robins.
Is
Baskin
one a,
Robbins.
Is
You would
one a red Robin?
You would be the expert on this one, actually. You would have to watch it and tell us which Robin you like.
Give me your
better.
login.
He's Baskin Robbins.
I'm not paying for it. Oh, I love Baskin Robbins. They got so many flavors.
I would actually say it's worth it too. What was the other spoilerly thing?
I don't know. That one you didn't.
Oh
tell me.
well, this one is it's kind of a spoiler, but not really. So Doom Patrol is introduced in
In Titans.
in Titans, and one thing I did find interesting about that is they made a very wise choice and recast the Chief.
Yes.
Because the Chief in the crossover with Titans, not so good.
No, but the
He
chief.
could barely speak
Yeah,
English.
but the chief in Doom Patrol
is like
He's-
what Richard Dalton, I think.
Yeah,
like
he's a well-known
classically
actor.
trained actor. I
Yeah,
think he was
he's
in
awesome.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. He's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, he was the sheriff in Robin Hood. He was the sheriff? Or
Yes.
yeah.
And speaking of Doom Patrol, Alan Tudyk,
From
excellent.
Firefly.
so
Yeah.
good.
I mean, everything he does is good. I like him. He's good as an actor.
He
He's
makes
good as,
the show.
He's good as a person too.
Well, when he's not in the show, in Doom Patrol, the show suffers without him.
It does. And then it's like third or fourth episode as he's doing narrator thing. He's like, I've only been in 2 of the episodes so far.
Yeah, it's crazy. He
Yeah,
narrates and breaks the fourth wall the whole time.
The narrator concept is very cool.
Yes, so I am on board with Scott's assessments. He had said that Doom Patrol is a little overly long, and I agree with that too. But I got a bone to pick with Scott.
Uh-oh.
After numerous episodes of Scott ripping the Arrow and
Because it's a piece of shit.
Arrow's
and
fantastic.
Flash,
Because it's a piece of shit.
and saying that those people are, we were going to pull clips of how many times Scott has said that they're incompetent, don't know what they're doing,
Yeah.
can't put together a show,
I have no clue.
no idea whatsoever.
Don't know what they're doing. Just
So-
watch one episode. You'll know they have no clue what they're doing.
You just
But-
hate Greg Berlanti, don't you?
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
do you hate him,
Because
Scott?
he doesn't know how to fucking write a show.
Or is there other reasons? Maybe because he swings a certain way, Scott?
I don't
Or
know anything
maybe
about that.
Noob-Noob's
You want to tell us more about that? I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, what do you know about Greg Berlanti that we don't know?
I would invite him to dinner, have a nice glass of wine, maybe some rosé. I don't know. It seems like a nice guy.
How about some white wine?
Nice head of hair. What? That sounds racist. I don't know why it's got to be white wine.
What's wrong with white wine?
I don't know. Is that
Goes-
from
Share
It-
white wine
it-
with friends.
It goes good with fish.
What
and
about
friends.
wine coolers? Like a spritzer.
Only if you're still in grade school.
Is that not a thing?
Oh, yeah, only if you're in grade school.
Like Seagrams. They're bubbly and fruity. I like that.
Or Zimas.
Zimas,
Didn't we
yes.
are we repeating a whole
They
episode
keep
again?
coming
Pretty
back.
much, yeah.
Zima keeps coming back.
What?
Blue Zima.
So I guess Noob-Noob did not do any research on any of this whatsoever.
What, you
No,
think he's
what?
actually going to do research?
No idea.
What am I supposed to be researching?
You literally mentioned the common thread between the shows.
None of your information helps me!
Greg Berlanti?
So Greg Berlanti made Titans and
Wait,
Doom
did he?
Patrol too?
Did he really?
Yeah,
Or
he
is
did,
it-
you jackass.
He did.
Oh.
Jackhole.
And
Wow.
if you did a little research, you would know this.
No, that's... Really?
Yeah, after
Oh,
I
that's
watched the
fantastic.
credits, I'm watching it and I'm like, Scott, that mother effer.
I don't
He's
know
been
how.
ripping this.
I don't know how he hit the mark so good with Titans and Doom Patrol and missed it that wide with everything else DC.
I would say there's two things that I would point out. One is that with those other DC shows, there's just too many episodes. 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Titans, I thought, was like tight and good. It might have been like one episode too long. Was it 12 or 13 episodes?
The first half of season 1 right now, or season 1, yeah, because I think season 2 is what they're working on. It's going to be late this year release was 12 episodes,
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But it was good. You didn't really have any long vamping episodes. You didn't have any BS. It was right down to the point, and gave your story for these characters and everything else.
And with Doom Patrol, the episodes are when you see an hour-long show, it's really like 45 minutes or 42 minutes.
Yeah.
No, Doom Patrol
It's a full
is
hour.
58 minutes. It's a little much. So. Still good though. I liked it, and I think your idea of like kind of cutting them in half and digesting them.
Even with an hour long, it still keeps your attention. So yeah.
Who's the lead? Brendan Fraser is absolutely
Brendan
amazing.
Fraser as Robot Man is awesome.
Yeah, he's just considering it's just his voice. He's not the actual.
Yeah, no, he's not the guy in the suit. Although the flashbacks when they show him as a person, still it is him
Slamming his maid.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean it opens up. With
it's a
that.
hard.
It's like, oh, this is gonna be R.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, oh, so this is R-rated, is it? Because they drop so many F-bombs. It's crazy. Yeah, but it's a good show. And Greg Berlanti, the mysterious genius behind like everything DC, he's like their Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
He really kind of is.
Except better.
Except he's only got 50% of the time he does it right.
Well, when your episodes are 24 hours of episodes or whatever it is,
yeah.
too much.
I think that's the problem is he fell asleep while was writing Flash and Arrow.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even care anymore. It's just kind of like he fell asleep on the keyboard and it was just repeating R the whole time.
Well, I think the last season of The Arrow is only going to be like 8 episodes, so
Thank
maybe it'll be
God.
good.
Yeah, maybe it'll end
Better.
early.
It's going to be great.
Tighter.
It's gonna suck.
Real tight.
So tight.
It's gonna suck.
So tight.
Yeah.
So, if it's tight, then it's like a tiger.
Like a toiga.
Who's a tiger?
I'm trying to transition to something else there.
Is
Smart guy.
Is
Tiger
the Rock
bomb.
a tiger?
Tiger bomb.
Yeah, he is tight like a tiger.
Tight like a tiger. Okay.
And he's built like a brick shithouse.
Tight like a tiger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that from like Gold Member or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it's Austin Powers.
Yeah,
It's
Gold Member, right?
Toy.
How about some crepes and a pancake?
Yeah, I think it is the
Smoking a
Gold Member
blunt?
character that says it.
I forget that. He does like a Dutch accent.
Yeah.
Smoking a pancake?
Is that from Talladega Nights?
No, it's from Gold Member. We just said what it was
3
from.
times.
I don't know what Gold Member is.
You've never seen Austin Powers?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Tight like a tiger?
Yes.
I think he says that.
Yeah, perhaps. It's been a while. I know Beyonce was in the sequel,
Yeah.
so that was fun.
Yep.
Why are we all whistling?
It's the song, stupid.
Okay.
Oh my God. What planet are you on?
So what are we talking about next then, Noob?
The Rock is thanking fans for Shazamming stuff.
Not
because he-
Shazbotting.
Not Shazbotting.
Just Shazamming.
Yes, Shazamming
Speaking of
all over
defining
with the
moments,
thunders.
we had a defining moment at the box office this weekend where we launched a movie that I helped produce called Shazam. And you guys have made it a really big success around the world. The box office success is very healthy and robust. I want to say thank you guys so much for making us #1.
So
Sounds
nobody
a little high
knew
right
that
there.
he was involved.
Well, actually, what's interesting, because I did a little digging on this, I did not know he was the producer, but when they first started putting together that they were going to do a Shazam movie, I remember a couple years ago that there was rumors that The Rock was cast as Black Adam, who is The Rock's, not The Rock, but Shazam's like one of his arch enemies. Like
Yeah.
if he had a notable
It was
arch
his
enemy,
nemesis.
it would be Black Adam. So what they decided was to split Black Adam into a separate movie than Shazam, and then maybe eventually have the two of them meet in another movie.
Okay.
So I think it's interesting because it seemed kind of risky.
So instead of playing a character, he went ahead and just stayed on as producer.
Correct. He will be starting production on Black Adam next year.
Okay.
So that movie will be coming out.
And technically, he might have been in Shazam already.
Well, they did his character intro in Shazam. It's actually kind of an Easter egg that most people don't know. We'll pick that back up later because we'll spoil things. So why don't we go and talk about what the box office looked like
For Shazam? Oh, yeah.
for Shazam?
Are
Shazams?
we getting into our review time?
I don't know.
We should
perhaps.
review,
We're
'cause
just
I
mixing
thought-
things together.
Well, why? There's another news story.
No, I meant like we're going back because like DC streaming was sort of a review, right? No, it wasn't a review.
Yeah.
It was a review. Yeah.
No.
It's an outrage.
It's an outrage, is what it is.
So now that we've had a bunch of fruity drinks these last couple episodes, we're just mixing everything together because fruity.
That's
drinks,
called jungle juice.
Yeah. No, that didn't end well for me the last time.
No, so that's why you want to avoid it.
Yeah.
Chosen from among all others by the immortal elders Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, Mercury, Billy Batson and his mentor travel the highways and byways of the land on a never-ending mission to right wrongs, to develop understanding, and to seek justice for all. In time of dire need, young Billy has been granted the power by the immortals to summon awesome forces at the utterance of a single word.
Shazam!
Where is this from?
Achilles!
This is the original Shazam.
I didn't even know there was an original Shazam.
Look, it's from like... Well, that's what's kind of cool about Shazam.
Captain Marvel.
Shazam is actually a Golden Age character from the 1940s?
This is Jason Broswick as Captain Marvel. The show was before Marvel got involved and took the name back.
Do you know when the show came out?
No.
I just know that he's either a Silver or Golden Age character, and that's the reason why his cape is short.
And that's what's the funniest part is because they had the same actor play the young Billy Batson and the grown Shazam. So
really?
Literally like
did they?
It's an old face with like this shitty wig on.
Oh, really?
And he's like playing a little kid.
Really?
And he goes, Shazam! And it turns
That's creepy.
They
couldn't just have another kid. They couldn't just have no. It's like the Hulk. Like that doesn't make any sense. Although the Hulk was two different characters. It was two different people. Lou Ferrigno and another guy.
Yeah, well,
No, I thought Lou Ferrigno played both.
Well,
No.
Lou Ferrigno was the muscle, and then they had the other guy.
Some guy.
Had to play the much smaller guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just played one that was non-green.
No. Lou Ferrigno did not have any speaking lines in the Hulk.
Yes, he did.
Unless he said like Hulk smash.
I was gonna say he didn't speak that great to begin with, did he not? No.
Lou
Wasn't the
Ferrigno
best-
talks fine.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, you're thinking of Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, he's
Isn't Dolph Lundgren like a genius
Yeah.
and a murderer?
He actually is like Mensa level
I would
genius.
stay away from that guy.
Is he actually in Mensa?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they make fun of it in the last Expendables when he starts to make the chemicals to make the bomb when they're trapped.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Yep. Fun fact.
Yeah. Anyway, Shazam, fun facts. It came out opening weekend, #1, made $53 million. That's not like super great, but the budget was only overall it looks like $100 million. It's probably a little less than that actually. But worldwide, after a week out, almost at $200 million. So it's doing pretty well. Considering.
That should get greenlit for another one, yeah.
I believe it already has been greenlit, yeah.
Oh, that's right, they did. They hired the same writer will be writing, and I think the director is on it as well.
Yeah, it should be greenlit. It's probably going to make, I'd say, by the end of its run, $500 million, which is respectable considering no one knew who the fuck Shazam was.
And many people are arguing that this could be the best DCEU movie yet.
It's pretty good.
It's possible.
Tomato meter, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
From the
that's pretty dope.
critics.
88% audience score, so they're like right in line. That's the closest I've ever seen, actually, in recent time.
Yeah, usually one of them hates it, the other one also hates it.
The user reviews, there's 7,000, so.
Only a 2% differential? Let's see.
What does the critic consensus say?
I gotta scroll back up now. God
So
damn it.
hard scrolling my fingers.
An effortlessly entertaining blend of humor and heart. Shazam is a superhero movie that never forgets the genre's real power. Joyous wish fulfillment. I guess that's kind of true. Yeah.
And murder!
Oh, lots
Wasn't
of
that
murder.
murdery?
And violent murder.
Wasn't that violent?
Yeah. I read a review that said this
Probably don't wanna
movie
take your kids.
was like, this is probably the most family-friendly movie that you could take your kids to.
Yeah, until the scary-ass monsters jump out and start
bite
eating people
people's
and
heads off.
throwing them out windows.
Yeah, bites a guy's head off. rips another guy
You
limb
don't
from limb.
see any of it though.
You definitely see someone get thrown out a window.
The dude
Who cares?
Dude gets thrown out the window. The
You
other
definitely
dude's
see someone's head get bit off.
Gets bit off. There's
You see it gets bit off, but you don't see it like
There's
removing
no
from
blood.
the body.
No, there's no blood. That's the only difference.
You do see a woman like melt, like Indiana Jones
Indiana
melt.
Jones style, fucking, Ark of the Covenant.
The dark stuff was a
and when she screams,
little touch too
her
dark.
Scream, like there was little kids running out of the theater when I went to see it.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like when the monsters appeared, one kid was like, "No!" and he ran.
Oh, those kids are pussies.
That says you.
Kind of looked like Noob-Noob.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I was watching Chucky when I was like 3 years old, so.
How come? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought
This movie definitely did not know what it was. Like when you watch the trailers, it was like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun and wholehearted," and all of a sudden,
That's what it
It was funny, though.
Yeah, I mean, there were moments.
I thought it was probably the funniest superhero movie I've seen.
Yes, I mean, it was a good movie. It definitely had its problems.
I think it was funnier than Ragnarok. I think it was funnier than Ant-Man.
Yeah,
And
I
it
mean,
wasn't trying too hard to be funny like Ragnarok.
Well, this was trying to be funny, but this is the material was made to be funny. I mean,
Well, the
it's
part where-
it's a little kid learning that he's this,
Super stud.
superhero. Yeah.
I like the part. There's a part where there's like the typical super villain trope. He's trying to tell him something, but they're so far apart. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was great. There was
Yeah.
some really funny jokes.
That's the spoilers area.
That wasn't. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
It's a super villain trope.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
It makes sense logically, honestly. Like, how the hell are you going to hear a mile away? He's
Yeah.
talking just normal.
It's a bummer when the bad guy shows up and Shazam becomes like every. Why is the TV turned towards you again?
I don't know. I like to look at it.
Except it's on your screen.
Storyboarding is so poor, it's hard to tell what's going on. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely true. It
hell's-
made no sense, especially leading into it. The whole intro, like establishing who the villain was going to be. It was just like shit was just happening for
That
reasons.
was a little confusing
just
because
showed
at first I was like,
this-
is this Billy or is this not Billy?
Here's this family. The dad's a complete asshole who hates his son because he's not the same nationality as his other son, and the other son's an asshole who treats his fucking
He's
brother
not the
like
same
shit.
nationality.
I was
What
gonna
the
say
hell
they're
are
all-
you
I
talking
think they were.
about?
I think like
What?
the little kid looked kind of Muslim.
What?
The-
No,
with the
he's not
glasses?
Muslim.
Look
What?
like a nerdy white kid. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he
What
looked
movie
he
did you
looked
watch?
A little bit of a dissent there, but like,
Whoa,
and just like
wow.
screaming for no reasons, and then you could have killed us, and then a fucking truck comes and T-bones him, like, oh, who didn't see that shit coming?
Yes, that was very
It's just-
predictable.
It's just fucking dumb. And then he comes
I
in
thought
and
the
he's
intro-
like, I'm gonna test your pure of heart, but he was never actually testing pure of heart. Like, didn't he have a spell that said, "Find me the purest of heart to fucking be my champion"?
Yeah, well, his-
and then he
his
just
magic
randomly
sucks.
was testing people for years.
For 8.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh boy.
He's doing a blood test to make sure that they're not infected. It's ridiculous. For years, it's like just random fucking picking. Your magic sucks.
Why-
You can't go and find your fucking champion. without
Why
doing
was he
this stupid
picking
test.
children too? By
Random.
the way,
No, there were adults too. I don't know. if it
No,
was
they were
children.
adults later.
Later on, when they were being interviewed,
They were they were children. He
always
was picking
children because
It's Michael
children are
Jackson.
pure of heart.
He's got a little bit of a pedophilic edge. Who knows?
I just
He
thought that was a
did-
little
He
weird.
was a creepy bearded wizard
He did look really weird as a blonde.
with a comical voice.
he looked really
Billy
weird. blonde.
Batson. You'll be my justice hero.
And even then,
And then I love the part
I
where, like-
liked him. I actually
no,
really
yeah.
was
enjoyed
good,
him.
but then he chose Billy Batson because he didn't have any other choice.
It's like I have no other choice.
I have no. You're
You're the
you
last.
are my last choice.
And he's just like,
You're
Even
my
though-
last choice.
Even though you were just robbing cop cars and stealing information and entrapping cops, and you've been a juvenile delinquent your entire life, you're pure of heart.
just touch my staff and say my name.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
Those
that
jokes
was,
like, dude,
that
no,
was creepy.
no, that's gross, bro.
And then every superhero needs an origin story, I guess. So here's the kid whose mom just abandons him in the fucking park.
That was a heartfelt moment.
Stupid.
what do you
was
mean?
so dumb.
Didn't your mom abandon
didn't
you in a
have to-
park?
Yeah.
And
but
then
I kept-
accidentally
I kept
found you.
finding my way home.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
She couldn't get rid of you.
Even every time she changed the locks, I just crawled through a window.
So you're just as delinquent as he was.
So he's an orphan. You don't have to get into the whole got left behind at a park orphan. You know, it was just there was just a lot of shit in here that didn't have to be included.
So Zachary Levi as the titular
Shazam. He was born to play that character.
They did find the perfect actor for that.
Dude
He
is
was great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And
He's
then
also gorgeous.
Asher Angel.
He's
what are they going to do
fantastic.
when he gets older?
Yeah, because he's like right around
that's
like
what it
he's
is.
gotta be on
You
the tipping point.
You got to film the next one right away.
Yeah.
You can't waste time on it.
How old is Asher Angel? Let's see here. Because he looks like he's right on the cusp, but 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Maybe
did
he already
good.
hit his growth spurt, so he'll look like young and adorable for like a couple more years.
Oh, like Freddie, not adorable, but Freddie Munoz.
Freddie. Oh,
He looks
God.
exactly the same now as he did. He could still be that Malcolm in the Middle kid.
Except a lot more drug use.
No, he's still heinous looking. Who else? Mark Strong was the villain.
Yeah.
He was good.
As a villain, though, did you feel he was developed, or I liked him, but I didn't really like the 7 Deadly Sins, so it was kind of like a weird.
The 7 Deadly Sins is, that is a part of the Shazam storyline, though.
Is that one of their major villains, though?
I don't know
villains?
if it was one of his major villains, but yeah, it's the 7 Deadly Sins was part of the Shazam. I've seen it mentioned before in video lore in
like in the cartoons and stuff. Yeah. Who else was in the movie?
I think he was.
If only I could see who was in the movie.
Oh my God. Dijmin Hanzu was the wizard.
He was quite a wizard.
Really weird as a blonde.
He was in a blonde.
He was blonde.
No, he was gray.
Blonde.
Are
It
you
was blonde. It was
colorblind?
blonde hair and beard.
No, it wasn't. He was
Blonde.
gray.
Gray and blonde.
There was no blonde at
Pull up
all.
a picture, but he's blonde as shit.
No, he was gray. Are
was
you
blonde.
completely colorblind?
It was not all gray. It was also blonde. It was not all gray.
Even remotely blonde.
Definitely had blonde in it. A lot of blonde in it.
No.
Yes, it was shiny.
He was an
shiny
old
and
sage
blonde.
wizard. I don't know what you're talking. Yeah.
He looked like Gandalf the Grey.
With horrible spells.
No, he
Find me a
wasn't.
champion.
Are you?
He only showed you two.
Your spell to find a champion was a random number generator.
Although I will say that little girl, what's her name? Is it Faith?
Yeah.
She was almost could have stolen the movie if they'd given her like towards the end they kind of forgot about her.
Yeah.
She was so hilarious. Like the kids I thought were actually really good.
Yeah, they lucked out with these kids.
Yes. Absolutely.
Except for Pedro.
Except for Pedro, who had
Just
no
can't
lines.
do his goddamn math homework.
And is also maybe they made a point of making it that he wasn't straight. I don't know
Yeah.
why they did that.
Did they make it a point that he wasn't
Yes,
straight?
they made it a point.
Yeah, they did.
When?
They spoiler alert go to a strip club and he's like, "Meh, I wasn't interested."
Oh, that's right. Not
Yeah.
my style. Yeah,
Not my style.
It's like what? Whatever.
Like, why do you got to make like a little kid gay? Like,
I
that's
don't
just
know.
weird.
Inclusive,
I don't know.
I guess.
Sure.
The parents were cool. Like I thought that the casting was great.
It was good. Yeah.
It was
the best friend, the Freddie Freeman with the little handicap kid. He was fantastic as comic relief.
Yes.
He was a little intense at times for no reason, but
Well,
it
he's
was just
also
kinda in.
handicapped and get beat up all the time. You'd probably be a little intense too.
Yeah.
I thought he was great in It too as the quirky one.
Oh, that's right. He plays a quirky kid in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he basically plays the same style of kid in both movies. So
Well, so does Finn Wolfhard. So
fuck is Finn Wolfhard?
isn't he the same kid from Stranger Things and It? I think it's the same kid.
I don't watch Stranger Things, so.
Well, then you don't get to make fun of Scott for not watching Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is significantly better than Stranger Things.
I think they're about on the same level. What
They're-
was that noise?
They're
That was
not.
wolves
Oh,
for Wolfhard.
Finn Wolfhard.
Are they
They're wolfing real hard.
Are they howling at the moon?
They were wolfing hard.
The other thing, I guess, should we get into Easter eggs and spoilers now?
There are a
that
lot
time?
of Easter eggs.
There are a lot of Easter eggs.
Oodles of Easter eggs.
That was actually
You sound like one of the 7 Deadly Sins,
that was
except for
actually
they don't
much
talk.
shorter Claxton than I anticipated.
Yeah. So there's like at least 30 fucking, sorta
30.
30 Easter eggs. I don't know. The one that I didn't even know, which is kind of cool, the Annabelle doll made a
Yes.
cameo
I am gluttony.
from Full Metal Alchemist. They kind of stole the Full Metal Alchemist theme for the movie.
What do you mean?
7 Deadly Sins.
You mean wait?
You mean Shazam, which was written like back in the 1960s or 40s?
And they
probably the 40s.
And they stole a concept from the Bible.
Yeah.
That's the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, yeah.
As it is in
The
religion.
Bible. Whoops.
Oops. So you're saying that
Next thing you'll be like, oh, they used the 10 Commandments. Oh, that's really stupid.
They use the 10 Commandments from the 7 deadly sins
Whoa,
cartoon.
those are 10 commandments. That's really stupid. The
They
7
stole-
deadly sins.
They must have stole it from the cartoon with
They must have stolen it from an
Legolas.
anime. Oh.
Was an anime made in like feudal Japan? With like senseis and wizards?
Yes. Yeah, back
Whatever
back-
you say.
Back on their old technology computers made out of bamboo.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
So-
Annabelle was in Shazam because the director made an Annabelle movie, so that's neat.
And was also an Aquaman,
Yes.
the Annabelle doll.
Because they're basically merging the Conjuring universe and the DC universe.
Conjuring and DC it'll no longer be the DCEU, it'll be the DC Conjuring U. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. Then they had a Watchmen smiley. I didn't pick up on that one either.
I
didn't
totally
pick up on
saw
any
it
of
when I
these.
saw that.
Where was that at?
So he goes to meet the guidance counselor, or not the guidance counselor, the woman who places him in the
Oh,
foster
yes,
home.
I did catch the Watchmen smiley
Yeah,
face.
there were Watchmen smiley faces all over the place. Next.
The first crocodile. I
The
don't know
Crocodile Man.
what- Oh,
It's
really?
from the comic books. They open the door and there's crocodiles playing poker.
Oh.
and then
Oh,
they-
yeah, that was pretty
Yes,
dope.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
We have a wiener.
They stole that from the dogs playing poker, but sure.
Yes, they did.
The Talkie Tawny Tiger. What the hell?
So Shazam's sidekick is a tiger.
It's a magical tiger, which actually will transform into the wizard. Even though the wizard kind of decayed, it's different versions of it. But I've seen versions where the tiger transformed into the wizard.
Into Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard was a homeless guy who came across Billy Batson. That's how he decided he was going to give him the power.
And he
then
turned him
later
into a
on,
tiger?
He turned into a tiger when Shazam realized this was in the Shazam and Superman movie.
Oh, okay.
This was a Shazam introduction cartoon movie that involves Superman as well. But yeah, the tiger is one of his sidekicks who is also a magical creature.
And if you notice, there are tons of tiger, like his backpack had a tiger decal on it.
Yep.
I think he had a tiger thing, like a tiger paw on his jacket.
They had the tiger, the stuffed tiger at the
he gave the little girl.
Just seemed like he had a bit of a tiger fetish. Honestly.
He does,
Yeah.
but there was a reference to Talkie Tawny,
yeah.
the tiger.
Or it was an inclusion that all kinks are accepted and loved, even
Or
if you're
it's that.
underage.
No.
No, okay. The classic Superman movie headline was a thing. I gotta pay attention to movies more.
They had,
Apparently.
they had Superman headlines on. The kid had them on his wall. He had a bunch of Superman newspapers. By the way, I guess you could admit that you stole this from Screen Rant because some of them are stupid, and you're going to read them anyway, aren't you?
Oh yeah, totally. This is Noob's rant.
Noob's Rant.
Noob's rant. Yeah. Freddie Freeman's superhero souvenirs. That's not really an Easter egg. That was blatant.
Fully explained in the
Yeah.
movie.
Gotta go to the next page.
Clickbait.
Gotta go to the next page. Oh, this was kind of a cool one that I didn't realize. The father of the supervillain was actually the father of a supervillain in a DC show already. Smallville. He played Lionel Luthor.
Was he also a member of Nexium Cult?
How's that an
The
Easter
sex
egg?
thing.
The sex cult. What?
Yeah.
How's that an Easter egg? Just because the actor
Sex cult?
played another actor
I don't
in
think
another
that's an
thing.
Easter
It's just a cool reference.
It's not an Easter egg.
It's
though.
not an Easter egg.
It's a reference egg.
It's just silly.
It's
Next.
a refer egg.
Next.
The Rocks of Eternity Magic's Mirror
Yes, I think
Yeah.
that is an Easter egg because it's potentially a character in the future.
and The Man in the Mirror.
Man in the mirror.
No.
That's a song.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Mr.
Michael Jackson,
Mine.
right?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Mind is definitely an Easter egg.
That-
And
Cute little mechanical slug.
yes, if you caught the count them two end credit stingers.
You don't have to stay for the second one.
The second
Yes,
one's the
you
best
do.
one.
Oh, it's
This
stupid.
better.
It's stupid.
You're stupid.
You
he
are
makes-
such
so
a
he
grumpy
makes
old
fun
man.
of another character who
You
was
are so
stupid.
dumb.
Hilariously makes fun of Aquaman.
It was dumb.
That
Who
would
needs that power?
Can't believe you assholes made me sit in the
Dude,
theater
it was
and wait for that to happen.
hilarious.
I could have gone to the bar.
Or you could have gone to a movie theater that had a bar in it, and then the bar would have came to you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mr. Mind, a villain.
Mind. Is he
He's a
just a
caterpillar.
slug?
He's a caterpillar.
Is he just a caterpillar slug?
No, he's a super
caterpillar.
genius.
Does he turn into a
Super
butterfly?
genius caterpillar.
Butterfree?
No, he's just a super genius.
That's a caterpillar.
Yes.
Yes.
A sentient super genius caterpillar.
Yes.
Correct.
From Earth.
Named Mr.
Yes.
Mind.
No, not from
He's
Earth.
not from Earth.
What does he do?
Super genius.
Fucking come up with super villain plans. I don't know.
Does
Jesus.
he turn into a cocoon?
No,
And
you had Leader in fucking Hulk, and all he was a super genius that decided to use his powers for evil.
How is that thing that he picked up not Naboo's
That's
helmet?
Naboo's helmet.
I thought that too, but they're saying it's not. But I don't know that I agree with that. And then they're saying you can also see the Ibby stick from Ibis the Invincible, another Golden Age throwback. So maybe Shazam is Golden Age. And like I said, his cape is shorter because he's a Golden Age hero, and the hood.
Yeah.
It's a reference to that.
To that, because of the wizard aspect of it.
Yes.
Then the Black Adam reference.
So I
backstory.
think that's a Easter egg. So when they're talking, the Wizard's talking about his first, they had a first hero,
Yes,
a first champion.
He did mention the first champion who.
That's Black Adam.
Yes.
So Black Adam
Yes,
is the
who
first
took ways of evil.
Yes. And killed the other 7
And when
wizards.
they're doing that little hologram thing and they show the ancient champion, it kind of, if you pay attention, it's like the likeness of The Rock or Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
So
well,
that's kinda-
hopefully, yes, that will be made.
That would be cool.
Should
That's
be
kinda
interesting.
neat.
A villain
Also,
movie.
side note, Zachary Levi initially turned down the role of Shazam because he knew The Rock was going to be Black Adam. And he's like, The Rock is massive. I'm not massive. So he turned it down. And then they had an executive meeting and they're like, oh, this is the plan. We're going to do this. And then he accepted.
Because they made him a suit that made him look super hyper jacked.
Yes.
He was enormous.
Yeah, he initially turned down the role.
He did a great job, so good for him.
Farrah Fawcett? Wait, hold on. What?
No, it's Fawcett Central School, which is a reference to the comic that they bought Shazam from. DC actually bought Shazam from Fawcett Comics. Yep. Yep. I don't know if you noticed this. This was a very short one. It's interesting. Well, here's the other thing. It was in Philadelphia, right? The whole thing was shot in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So it looked like Philadelphia. The SEPTA logo
there
was
was
wrong.
they actually only shot like 7 shots in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they were
itself.
like, we'll get the rocky stairs and like some outer
Which,
shots, and that's
by the
it.
way, that was green screen because I think they had the layout of the museum wrong.
Really? I thought it looked real, but I could be wrong. They did, but the rest of it was filmed in Toronto. But if you noticed, one of the there's like one of those big chemical things, like a cylinder that holds chemicals. I don't know what you would call that.
Silo?
Yeah, like a big chemical silo
chemical
or something.
storage.
Sure.
Drum.
Bigger than a drum and bigger than a bread
tank.
box. There you go, a tank.
A tank.
Had the Ace Chemical logo on it for notoriously.
Ace
for
is the place with the helpful hardware store?
That, and Ace also made the Joker. That's the vat that he fell into. Was Ace Chemical Plant.
No, I'm pretty sure just Life made the Joker in the new Todd Phillips movie. Just seemed like he's having a couple bad days, and he's like, I'm gonna put
Washing
on
his
some-
mama.
Yeah, that's a weird relationship
Yes,
right there.
he should be not washing his mama.
Joaquin Phoenix is gonna kill it though.
We'll see.
love me some
We'll
Joaquin.
see.
He can kill it, but a shitty movie's a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Zapped in America? What the fuck is this?
Well, he was using all those silly names and like Thundercrack, Red Cyclone. Isn't that a
Red Cyclone is a hero.
DC character.
It's a DC character.
The
I thought they called him the Red Hurricane.
Oh no, he's Red Tornado.
Red Tornado. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was Cyclone, which was one of his brothers. I believe.
That's possible. It's possible. Thundercrack. There is another reference. Is Captain Sparkle Fingers is actually a reference to Carol Danvers, the Marvel Captain Marvel.
The actual Captain Marvel.
Yes, because she
After
makes a
legal
joke.
proceedings.
She after legal proceedings calls herself Princess Sparkle Fingers or Sparkle Fists.
Sparkle Fists.
So there's kind of a reference there.
Nolan, Batman, Batcave. What? Christopher Nolan?
Don't necessarily agree with that because they talk about the Batcave, but the Batcave Isn't it one of the other Batman movies, like the original ones with the ones from like '89, the Tim Burton ones?
Yeah.
Isn't there a waterfall where he drives the Batmobile through
There
a
is
waterfall
one
there?
of them where he drives through the waterfall to come in and out of the Batcave.
So I don't think it was directly a Christopher Nolan reference, but whatever.
Then the super kids are
No, he says "Holy moly." That's like his catchphrase.
Oh, really?
Holy moly!
Creepy pedophilic wizard.
Yeah.
Jim Gordon's Batman. What?
So there's merchandise, and it's pretty cool. Like he throws the Batman toy at the villain. It was
Get him,
awesome.
Batman.
So a bunch of the toys that were in the actual toy store, one of them was Batman's super heavy mech, which is where Jim Gordon takes over the role as Batman and uses one of Batman's mech suits. So, yeah.
So
Yerp, yerp,
is
yerp.
that an Easter egg?
Jesus. So many fucking
I
pages.
think it
of this.
kind of is. The movie that most people describe it as being influenced by is Big, obviously, the Tom Hanks
that's basically
movie.
what it is, yeah.
So what they did have was a reference to the big piano,
The
which I thought was
walking piano.
really good. Yeah.
Okay. Billy's parents' names? Who gives a shit about his parents? I don't understand.
Apparently they did because they dedicated half the movie to it.
That is, yeah.
Except for that's not really his origin story. So I don't really know where they're coming up with on that.
But the father was
The mother's a
references-
total invention that they did not like.
Yeah,
She's just,
like
they made that up.
unnecessary. He was an orphan. Did he really have to do that whole story?
There is an Easter egg to that, though. There's rumors that the director, who I don't know his name, Sandberg,
was
David Sandberg.
left in a park by his mother, which
No.
is why
why he does that same
He
origin
does that
story.
origin
That's his
story,
origin story.
yes.
That sounds like fake news. They are claiming that he did the voice of Mr. Mind at the end, and the man that the mom comes out of the apartment, and there's some guy like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, was yelling.
They think that was him as well.
Yeah, your basic fucking
Abusive-
story. Your
yeah.
abusive boyfriend.
What are you doing out
There's
there?
always it's Philadelphia. Of course, there's an abusive boyfriend.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
speaking of director cameo, yeah, there we go. Speaking with Sandberg, wait, he was in one of the Crocodile Men costumes. Okay. That
Even
was
though they
his-
looked 100% like
Yeah.
CGI.
Oh, he was the voice of
Completely.
Marilyn's new boyfriend. Yup.
Look, the Crocodile Men. Let's reference that again.
Yes.
Nope, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Hints of the Monsterlands?
Yeah. So somebody said that's actually part of the comic books for Shazam, or Captain Marvel, that
Yeah.
there's Monsterlands. So that was kind of referenced. And the secret
Yeah,
spell.
when he's screaming "No more doors." Yeah.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think that this was an Easter egg because it was pivotal to the plot. Was the it's Billy Batson and the Shazam kids is
Yeah.
the way that I've always heard it referenced in the comic books.
The Shazamly?
They're not
Just about.
the Shazamly.
Back when it was Captain Marvel, it was Billy Batson was the original and most powerful Captain Marvel, and then his older sister was the second Captain Marvel, and then
She was the sexy Captain
and
Marvel.
then Freddy, yeah, the sexy Captain Marvel, and then Freddy was the third Captain Marvel.
Freddy Finger Captain.
But he couldn't. But he had to say Captain Marvel to transform, so he couldn't say Captain Marvel without transforming. So he called himself CM3. And this was before Marvel, of course, came through and decided that they were gonna, take the name Captain Marvel back, and they had to call the character Shazam.
And that lead girl was an Annabelle creation as well. Who knew that?
There you go.
The girl who played Mary. That's another Easter egg that they just use the same actors over and over and over again.
Over and over and over.
Good for her.
Then
So
the Marvel Kids, I guess? No, we already talked about those.
Marvel Kids wasn't an Easter egg. That was
Say my
that was the
name.
original, story.
there is something interesting that I did not read. Yeah, these Justice League do-overs. A bunch of the actors who ended up being the Shazam family, like the older versions of them,
Yeah.
they were all cast to do other things in the DCEU. And it seems like they got the chance to
This is
redo
just
it.
their make good.
Yeah, well, Frank Miller was attempting to do a Justice League Mortal movie, and it got canned, and a handful of these actors were already set to play the Flash and Superman and other characters, and they all got none of them actually got to do it. It never got filmed. So they ended up being heroes again. So good for them. Good for them. Look at Mr. Mind.
So is that it? Is there any other Easter eggs or?
No,
That's
that's
pretty much it. Yeah.
That was a lot of Easter eggs though for a movie like that.
There was a lot
On
of
the
Easter
Aquaman
eggs,
joke.
and there was a lot of not Easter eggs and Screen Rant because
The
they just were making
non-Superman.
shit up.
Yes.
Just Superman walking.
Oh, that was a big that is a controversy. So in the very, very end of the movie, not the stingers at the end, that was a big debate over Henry Cavill. Like, he was supposed to do a cameo there, and then because they haven't signed him to continue as Superman,
They had to only show the body.
yeah, because he said he wanted to do it, but they wouldn't let him, from my understanding.
I mean, and it's worked just as well. The joke still got through.
no, it didn't.
You didn't have to have Cavill's face to do it. You
Dude, it
could've
looked
just,
like him.
Yeah, just showing the S is all you needed.
No.
I thought it would have
didn't
been
have to be
killer. It would have knocked a home run if it was Cavill, but it didn't need to be Cavill.
It didn't need to be. No.
But it would have been a freaking home run if it was Cavill.
Well, if they contracted him, they knew it was going to be. Then yeah, I'm sure they would have. But it's not contracted. It's not
DC's
official.
A bunch of dicks.
Well, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly. Because they have Greg Berlanti only doing the TV side,
Exactly.
and half of that he screws up.
Exactly.
See, we put it all together here for you, folks.
60% of the time, he gets it right every time.
Do they even
But
have a
not
head of the
but
DC?
not half the time. No, it's still the
thing?
same problem they had before, where it's just a whole bunch of people that don't know what they're doing, trying to make decisions.
Well, that's
for
gonna
a
be weird,
universe we
too.
Don't understand.
Because supposedly, there's still rumored. Well, first of all, the Flash movie's never going to happen. There's
Probably
a big
not,
fight
no.
with Ezra Miller. He's trying to rewrite it because he doesn't like how the directors have it done. That movie's dead.
Well,
There's no
he's
way they're going to
probably
do that.
right. Considering how the rest of them were done, he's probably right.
Ezra Miller seems like a bit of a fucktard.
He seems a little bit of a prima donna, I think. And then what's the other? There's still rumors that Jared Leto could come back as the Joker again, which no one wants to see that.
Well, I mean, I
You're the
liked-
only person on earth who likes him as the Joker then.
There's like one other person that
But
likes Suicide Squad.
If they give him a chance in the movie, there was a
Does
possibility
that person
he could have been
speak
good.
in such a... You're the only person I know.
He was. I mean, he's probably one of the worst Jokers, but you're still good as a. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't...
I like the Joker too.
Who doesn't like the
I
Joker?
think Jared Leto was a good Joker.
He's very damaged,
He,
as stated in his forehead tattoo.
as stated on his
I
forehead.
don't know. If they gave him more time in the movie and allowed his character to actually develop a little bit, maybe it would have been good, but they screwed him over. They screwed the character over because it was a shitty movie.
And I do, in which he agreed that the choices that he made for all the tattoos and stuff were, he thinks that was a bad idea now.
Yeah.
So,
Which is fine.
not to mention, Leto already moved on to another project. He's filming
Morbius or whatever.
Morbius,
the vampire,
human vampire
yeah,
or whatever.
Stupid.
He's the one that battles Neo, right?
Yes,
The
in
one.
Castlevania.
Oh,
the
in
one
Simon
Castlevania.
Belmont.
Yes.
Yes, he
With a
also
whip.
fights Simon Belmont.
Oh, the tip.
Woo! 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 Woo!
But Shazam was easily one of the best DC movies, I would say.
Where would you rank it?
Well, see, I don't know. I
Top
love
5?
Man of Steel.
Even though there's only
BVS,
5.
probably better.
You think Man of Steel is better than that? Man of
Yes.
Steel is boring.
That's
Man
weird.
of Steel is
Boring.
This
chills.
wasn't boring.
No, it wasn't boring.
No.
BVS probably number 1. It's
I would
better
say-
than Justice League.
I say BVS number 1, Shazam number 2, Man of Steel, and then a bunch of garbage.
And then crap.
Aquaman was good.
No, it wasn't.
I think this is better than Aquaman, but
It's definitely better than Aquaman.
Yeah, it's better than definitely better than Aquaman. And even though this movie had problems, it still is better than Aquaman.
In fact, I feel like if they had
And-
taken out the garbage
and all
CGI,
the
it
rest.
would have been like there was no need for the 7 deadly sins.
No,
like
I mean, but
they
you
could have just been manifested in that
You could
guy.
have had the 7 deadly sins, but yeah, they could have been manifested. He also could have been, manifesting the guy, and when he rips the eye out, he wins. He didn't have to have the individuals. Although
No.
if you didn't have the individual demons, then you didn't have reason to bring out the Shazam family.
Yeah, but I still think that what's his face could have beat up the Shazam family. Like whatever, he's still pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Maybe he just beats them up individually. I don't know.
And that could have been the case too, because
Or they just gave him a group hug and he would have felt better.
Because Billy didn't understand his powers fully. They actually referenced that. The one deadly sin was
Like, you take him out because he's the one that will defeat you. Or
some shit like that.
But why? That's what I'm saying. If they would have just group hugged him, maybe he would have felt better.
Your dad didn't love you, but we do.
Wouldn't that have been a great ending? They just group hug him and
Just
like bring it in. Stack hands. What do they say?
Hands in. No, not
hands in.
Nah, they say
Let's get
different.
handsy.
Yeah.
Hands across America.
I like the family, like the parents.
Coming up next, a special about a special superhero family and their new friends that they make with golden eyes.
It's Seven Deadly Sins.
Who sings this song? This is a good song.
Sin.
Salisbury Hill.
Steve Miller.
This is Shazam.
Peter
Starring
Gabriel.
Billy
Sledgehammer.
Batson.
Who the hell is Peter Gabriel?
Really?
Is that the guy from
Sledgehammer?
Journey? No, not Journey. Genesis?
Sledgehammer?
That's Phil Collins.
Yeah, he was in Genesis
Oh,
originally.
he was in Genesis,
Yes.
really? Peter Gabriel.
He was
he the bald
original
guy?
lead singer. No, that is Phil Collins.
Phil Collins was not the lead singer, though?
He was after Peter Gabriel left.
Yeah.
No shit. So what
Yes.
did Peter Gabriel do after that?
Had his own huge career.
Yeah.
By himself?
He was
wrote-
way more famous
wrote
by himself
songs
than he
like
ever
this.
was with Genesis.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Phil Collins is pretty famous.
Peter Gabriel's way more accomplished than Phil Collins.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just because you like that one Disturbed song, you think you know anything about Genesis?
Just because you like a Disturbed song means that you should leave right now.
Disturbed's good.
No, they suck.
You are disturbed.
You suck.
You're disturbed.
You know what else is good? Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
I just had to fit that in there.
No! God,
Nice and
please,
tad at the
no!
end.
No!
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 Yeah.
No!
No.
I would see Shazam again, though. It's a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thoroughly. I would watch it again.
Yeah, it was.
Is
a
it
fun
better than
movie.
Wonder Woman? We forgot Wonder Woman.
Yes, it's better than Wonder Woman.
I
Zachary
don't know.
Levi might be
think-
better looking than
I think-
Gal Gadot.
I don't know. It's tough. I feel like you're trying to compare two very different styles of movie. Because this Shazam is supposed to be super
They both
lighthearted and fun.
Yeah, but they both won with the power of love.
Yeah.
I would say the third act of Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman won with her fist
No, she won with love
and her fist
and lightning
and a whip.
that she shot out of her hoo-ha.
Yes, and thunder. Vagina.
Thunder! Vagina!
Oh boy.
Vagina thunder!
She had that magic.
Vagina thunder!
This is not a good song.
Vagina thunder!
It's even worse with you people singing it. Wow.
Dude, that was great.
No, it wasn't. PewDiePie can definitely sing better.
No, he
Yeah.
cannot.
Oh, he
I will slap you so hard.
Oh, maybe I
I'll
like that.
slap that phone right out of your hand.
I don't know.
What? So the overall rating on Shazam, dude, I will absolutely beat you with your own shoes.
Yeah.
I will fucking put guac up your ass
You
crack.
thought it was bad when I punched you in the ribs last week. I will lay into you.
Did you punch me in the ribs?
Yeah, I put you on the floor.
I
There
know
might be
that, but I don't think it was in the ribs.
There might be water in this squirt gun.
It was right about.
Don't you do
It
that,
was right
you
about in this
motherfucker.
area
Oh, no.
here. That I got you. No, right about there.
You tickle his ribs.
Why do you
That
have
area
such
there?
fat fingers? No.
Right about here.
God damn
Right
it.
about here.
Okay, enough with the tickle
Okay.
fest. They're just tickling each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Silly boys.
I like tummy tickles.
Silly boys. Billy Batson, so silly.
We good then?
I think we are. So? The overall consensus is, despite some of its flaws, we thoroughly enjoyed Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazbot.
Shazbot would enjoy Shazam.
Shazbot would enjoy
Yeah.
Shazam. Shazbot. No. No.
I can't play the music because fucking commercials.
No.
I got you.
I'm gonna squirt your phone. Get the.
What's funny is we just
PewDiePie.
cut that section out of the podcast. Not one listener.
Oh, I will cut that right
No,
out
you
of the
won't.
podcast.
Don't cut it.
So, if you like what you heard here today, you can go over to Instagram and follow us at OrkU. You can go to Facebook.com/OurReviewsWillKillYou. You can go to YouTube and search Our Reviews Will Kill You and find us there. And of course, you can go to. Well, actually, there's a phone number.
Yeah.
Oh,
no one's
yes.
called that in quite some time.
Oh yes, the
For one more month.
866-777 OrkU.
Wonder how Boondock's doing.
I wonder how Boondock's doing. He's trapped in that basement.
We haven't talked to him in a while.
866-777 OrkU. Leave
say
us a message. Join the show.
I would say he's trapped in a closet, but
And of course, you go to scatwillkillyou.com to find all kinds of awesome content there, including videos and links and other fun stuff like our friends at the Doncast and the K101 podcast.
There'll be a Doncast challenge. Can you make it through the Doncast?
Can you make it through the Doncast?
Oh,
Can you
poor-
make it through?
Doncast is returning with a new format.
Ooh.
There's a tease for you, baby.
Nice. There's also one other thing that we haven't talked about.
What's this?
Our giveaways. We give back to the fans.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been treating our Instagram fans better than when we treat our fans that actually listen to the podcast.
I have a surprise for you, too. I took the giveaways. We don't have them anymore.
I was gonna say, let's be real. It's just my giveaways. I don't see you people
I just
offering
took
up
it.
shit.
You just took them.
I just took them.
Cheap pricks.
They're not giveaways.
Why don't you talk about the giveaway?
What do you, oh, you want? Oh, yeah, because I guess I do them. Yeah,
Yes.
I do giveaways on Instagram occasionally, and I whore myself out to get more followers.
Helpy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very helpy. Well, let's see. Glass is going to be coming up as a giveaway.
So
That's
should we
cool.
do something for the fans, or should we do something for on Instagram?
Well, I'm going to do a trivia giveaway, and then to see if people actually listen, because they don't. So that's going to be really disappointing when no one participates. Dragon Ball Z Broly actually is going to be a giveaway as well, because everyone's going to want that. We're going to have
No
the
one's gonna want
highest.
that.
No
we're going
one's
to have the
gonna want
highest reception ever for that one.
Yeah, no one's gonna
There's
have that.
another. There's a third movie. I got 3 movies coming next week.
Ooh,
I don't know.
So giveaways. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. Maybe we'll have something buried in the show for people to.
information helps me.
Maybe.
Like one of them is going to be, what song did I just play that was better than?
Well, it's going to get
Whatever.
edited out of the podcast,
Yeah.
so
No,
they
well.
won't know.
That's
Yeah.
disappointing.
No one's
Yes.
going to have heard what song you were talking about.
You should put that as the end song.
No.
No.
I would like it very much.
No, absolutely not. We will not support garbage. So
Oh, you're about to say his name.
from all of us
Say my name.
here at OrkU,
Touch my staff.
no, Shazbot.